Okay guys, I thought I'd give you a little update on the 63 Impala SS. If you've been watching all the other videos I've done, I did 10 videos on this car when I was going through the restoration on the undercarriage and rebuilding the motor and going through the hell that I had with the first machine shop screwing up my motor and all that good stuff. So I just realized though, I sold my house in the process of getting ready to build a new one. Working with architects doing a custom house and hopefully going to be ready to break ground here. And hopefully this month. It's now August of 2014, so it's been about a year and a half, I guess, since I posted a video of this car. But she's up and running. If you remember in the last video, I had those wide white walls and the original hubcaps on it. And I went down to buy a new set of those croakers, and I was kind of shocked at the price. I ended up buying a brand new set of 17-inch torque thrust 2s, 17 by 8s and 17 by 7s, and a staggered size tires for less than a set of those croakers were going to cost. So it's now set up exact same wheels and tires that I have on the 62 over there. So I haven't had that much time to be driving the car, though, is the only bad thing, because sold a house, living in an apartment now. So the first thing I did is on the property here where we're getting ready to build, I have cut several acres. First thing I did is I built my workshop. So I bought this thing. It came as a kit from a company called Versatube, and it took me about a month, and a couple of times I had a little bit of help here and there, but basically me and Romer built the thing all the way from the ground up. So a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in here, but it's a 40 by 30, 12 feet high on the sides, and I'm getting ready to, when they start on the house, I'm going to do the whole thing here with spray foam insulation, and I'm getting ready to run the wiring. Finally got PEC out here to get electricity out to the property, so I just got to I'm going to run it underground over here and get it into the shop. So that and try to build a house and going through neck surgery and a couple other things. That's why I haven't posted any videos on this car. But kind of like the stance. Obviously you can tell I haven't even had time to finish up buffing off and sanding and buffing off that overspray on this thing like I talked about in that last video. Just haven't had time to do it. So I was just looking just now. The one thing I did do is I've kept having an oil leak on that old original canister type oil filter, and that's the original numbers matching, 300 horse 327. And I'm still amazed at that original Carter AFB that I rebuilt that was completely seized up from this when I bought this car, because the car has only been sitting for 33 years. So, that thing still is running great. This thing's got plenty of power. The one thing is kind of funny, it's kind of sad. I've already, like I said, done an oil change, and I converted it over and put a screw-on type oil filter on it, and that got rid of my oil leak. And it had another thing that was really odd with this thing. It had this really strange vibration in the engine that was really concerning. And through the process of elimination, I figured out that cheap water pump from AutoZone was where the vibration was coming from. So I took it off and switched it out with a brand new one, and they got rid of my vibration. So it was weird too, because it was a vibration that you could feel all the way through the car, even going down the highway. And I just never had seen anything like that. So never did get to touch up that paint on the front of this thing. Like I said, I just sanded and primed it. I'm just kind of holding ground with it right now. As soon as the house is done, within the next year or so, what I plan to do is to go ahead and get started on this thing again, and I'm going to go ahead and redo the interior. I'm going to change up the color on the interior. I'm going to do the all original, back original, but it'll be black and with fawn seats and door panels with a black dash, black carpet, and just to change it a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to redo the paint and body. I can do all the body work and the paint myself. It'll just take me a little while. And I painted the 62 back in '07, and it's still holding up pretty well with that Deltron. The other thing I'm going to do is I put the Global West lowering springs to the front of this car, and but I put the stock springs in the back. So it's sitting just a little higher in the back than I want it to. And if you look at the 62, it's got the Global West springs all the way around. So one thing I'm going to do here in the near future, because it's a really easy, if you look back on my channel, I even have a video of how quick it is to swap out the springs when I did the rear ones on the 62. I'm going to put a set of those Global West springs in there, and that'll bring the stance on this one down a little more like what it is on the 62. So, and just for giggles here, this is another future project. That is a 78 Chevy Caprice two-door Landau with a 354 barrel F41 suspension. Car has over 300, the odometer quit working at around 300,000. So it's well over 300,000 miles, but it cranks up, drives great, blows ice cold air. This car is amazing. And the funny thing was, this was the next new car that my mom and dad bought after they bought the 62 new. That was, this Caprice was the next one. So I pulled the vinyl top off, had a couple little rust spots, but I've already taken care of those. And I don't know, still, it's another one owner family car, so, and it's a two-door Landau, so I think I'll make a cool little street rod. Just another project when I get through with all of these others. So there she is, though. Here, let me give you, I was doing the math, I just looked at here. The car, when I originally started on it, it's one owner, and it had 81,000, let me see here, 81,585 miles. So I put a little sticker on there. So that's the mileage now. So a year and a half after I rebuilt the motor and got this thing running and everything, and I've got, what, 248 miles on it. That's sad. I just haven't had time to get it out and drive it that much. I did get it in one car show with the 62, and it got quite a bit of attention. So but there she is. Yeah, my sad thing is I just got to get this car out and get some more miles on it. You remember all those first 10 videos, everything under the bottom of this thing is brand new. And I did take it back over. Took the original owners for a ride in it. They got a big kick out of that. I've kept in touch with them, so they're keeping them up on the progress of the car. They had, back in the day, they had a little sticker on the dash, little letters that said Mike and Pat. I guess that's when Mike used to pick Pat up in high school in it. So found the missing letters and I put them on. I just put those back on the dash. I thought that was kind of cool. Because this car, just like the 62 there, a lot of what's really cool about this car is just the amazing history on it. So, right there. So, that's it. Just a little update. Hopefully, as soon as I get this house out of the way, I'll be able to start posting some more videos of taking this thing down and doing all the paint and body and redoing the interior and everything on it. So, thanks for watching.